How you doing, everybody? Randy Richard here, back in the shop. I've been away for a little bit, so had to get something going here. I've been really busy, so we're going to show you a couple of things I was been doing on Monday and Tuesday. I'm just going to tell you about, I should say. So my friend Ralph, he is a machinist and has his own business. Mostly does production work. But this last year he's been moving his business to Alaska. So he made a trip back down. He's been up there doing work, and so he's moving the last bit of equipment. So I was over helping him on Monday and Tuesday here. We had to put a big Brown and Sharp screw machine on a trailer and things like that. Some other little horizontal mill and motorcycle, things like that. All this, and cleaning up the shop, cleaning stuff out. I think he was planning on his last trip down for this sort of thing. Most of his equipment's already up there. He's hauled up over the year here. So there was a few things he couldn't take with him, and just didn't have the room and didn't really need it, I guess. But he's a very generous person, very nice. So I'm going to show you real quick here some of the things that I came home with. So I'll show you here. I'm going to move I'll move the camera over. So a lot of you might recognize one of these. That says, let's see if I can get the name there so you can see it. It says "Do More." Oh, pretty much most people probably might know this. Everything's really dirty. This is the only second time I've opened the box. Well, this is it. This is parts. This is tool post grinder. This is an internal spindle tool post grinder. 1/5 horsepower. All works. Needs a little electrical work there, but we can fix that. So I think that might fit on the old Logan just fine. Maybe we can do some work. Maybe we'll true up that one chuck. So that was pretty nice. And there's a few other things here. A little piece of aluminum stock, 6-inch diameter, 4 inches long. I think we can probably do a little work with there. Make a few parts. And some other nice piece of equipment. Another tool post grinder. This one's 1/4 horse. And external tool post grinder with the guard. So many don't have the guard for some reason, but this one does. I don't know who makes it. I haven't really cleaned it or anything, so I don't know what's maybe the name on it. So anyway, a couple tool post grinders, a few stacks of used grinding wheels, but it might be still serviceable. Another piece of stock. There you go. About 3.5 feet long thong. About 3 inches. Yeah, it's about 3 inches across the top there. About 4 inches high and 4 inches across the bottom. It's kind of a there's cross section. Hope you saw that. So those are some of the finds. Plus, I still have other parts over here. So here's a few inserts. Little bread pan, full, mostly used. I think there's a few new ones maybe in there, but most of them it looks like they might have a good edge on them, and maybe come up and use them. Or they'll just have to go in the scrap pile. But some of those. And we'll take a step outside and around the shop there, and I'll show you a few more things. Some blocks of aluminum. There, nice little stack of that kind of material. You know, they're 1.5 inch thick, and fixture blocks and stuff I can do something with. Fixture plate, I took off the other mounts off of there. That's like 1 inch thick. It's 1 inch by 8 by 18 inches long. So I'm going to make a little pallet, I think, for that. That's going to be, I'll mill that off. I think I'll make it so it mounts right on the table with some dowel pins and put a pattern on there for as a pallet. Oh, there's a bucket of parts. I don't know if you can tell what those are. I'll bet you Ray Kenai can tell is what those are. There's a few other pieces of stock. There we go. Both of those are 3 and 4 inch diameter chunks of 404 stainless. We had to move one chunk that was 6 inches and 2 feet long of stainless, and we could barely move it. That was heavy. Some more box of material. A lot of drill rod, all sizes in there. Those are 3 feet long, and some more pieces and stuff. And I already sorted out a bunch of other stuff. But this is the one thing I know Ray is going to know what this is. A clawsing lathe. The claws in here, had to go get a tape measure. I don't know what model it is. I don't even know what size it is. I haven't even had time to measure it. So we're going to measure it right now. It does work. It works very well from what Ralph was telling me, and very accurate still. So he has done a lot of work with this. Even though he has all mostly CNC machines and screw machines and Bridgeport mill, and all that. He had a lot of manual stuff still, though. He said done a lot of production work still. So let's try to see what size chuck this is. Has a variable speed. That was those bucket of parts. So I'll probably it is 3-phase, and he thought it was a 3-horse motor. So I'll be putting a VFD on it. I don't want to buy a phase converter, even though I got enough machines now I could do a phase converter. But I like the VFDs and the features in VFDs. So we'll probably do that. I might just get rid of the variable speed mechanism, do something different there. So this chuck's a 8-inch. That's an 8-inch 3-jaw. So he said it was 13-inch lathe. Yeah. Oh boy. I'm sorry. Oh boy, I'm gonna say you could swing 14 in there. You without the carriage being there, you could probably swing 14-inch in there. So I don't like I said, I don't know the model or anything. Where do you? Here's the. Oh, there it is. It's 6903 is the model number. At 600975 is the serial number. Anybody knows anything about them or about that number? Let me know. Needs a, as you can tell, it needs a little cleanup. There's some materials in there that are good. A lot of chips. We cleaned off a lot of chips off of it just to haul it down the road. Yeah, we'll call it closer on there. the back side. No taper attachment or anything fancy. Yeah, I got a drill chuck and a live center that doesn't work for it. So I have nothing for this. Yeah, number 3 Morse taper looks like. Number 3 Morse taper on the tailstock. Yeah, so other than the collet closer, that's really about it. So we got a winter's project here, I think, of getting that going. And I don't know, I have to start coming up with some tooling, I guess, somehow. But now my son wants my Logan, so I might have to just give it to him, because I'm gonna need some room. With that other lathe going in there, it's gonna be pretty crowded.